Thanks for staying with us. Oh, the lovely world of dating. So many options out here. Here's one you may have never thought of, but it's actually, research shows it's a really good way to meet somebody. Spark Date is dedicated to coordinating beautiful matchmaking events for beautiful people. We have owner Miriam Lightfoot with us today to tell us how it works. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
A lot of people don't even think speed dating. We see it on TV shows, we see it in movies, and don't think it's a real thing. So kind of give us the guidelines on how this goes.
Well, it's a wonderful option. It's a great way to meet people in an effective and efficient way, because you're going to meet a whole lot of people in one evening. So it's a classic matchmaking concept in that you're going to meet the room full of people. So instead of going to a bar or going to a club or out to dinner with some friends where you might meet a few people randomly, you're guaranteed to meet every person in the room in a brief 5-minute speed date. And 4 minutes is research shows that's enough time to forge a meaningful relationship.
Oh, wow. So since the dates are accelerated, is there any questions that we should just avoid not asking since we're in a limited amount of time here?
Well, you do have a limited amount of time, so you have to think about that, but we really encourage people to be themselves and ask the questions they want to, talk about the things that are interesting to them. So some people are going to talk about their work, and some are going to talk about what they're wearing, and some are going to talk about what they like to do. And that's kind of the magic of it, that you're going to connect with a person that is, interacts the way you do, or you find similar
Can we
qualities.
go back to this? 4 minutes. That's how long it takes for you to know whether you're compatible with somebody?
Well, Spark, the name, really has a lot to do with what we think happens. You can read an online profile and say, oh, I like the beach, but do you really like being with this person? And maybe 4 minutes is certainly not enough time to decide if this is a marriage situation, but it's enough time to decide, do I like being with this person?
Right. It could save a lot of time for us.
Well, yeah, it's exhausting to date, and it's time consuming, especially if you're a busy person, if you have a busy job, or maybe you have children at home. You don't have time for 3-hour dinner dates.
Okay, so you have an event tonight, and you do them pretty often around town.
Yes.
Take us through. We show up. How does this work?
Well, we show up and we want you to be yourself. Right now we're featuring a guest vocalist that will join us and serenade us through the time. You will typically, half of the guests will be seated, and the other half will rotate through the room for these 5-minute dates. And you'll have a guest card, and you can decide, would I like to see this person again, or maybe not. You don't have a lot of time to decide, but you do make that quick decision. If I would like to see this person again, we'll gather that information, organize it, and then contact you the next day to tell you if there were any mutual matches, and then we will communicate contact information.
So then they take it from there once the date is. Can I just ask about the guest cards and if you like somebody or not? Would you have like a check sheet of people that you actually were like,
yes. So this is our guest. Yeah, so it's exactly right. Well, and you make this split decision, which is the way dating is. This is what you have. This is your job, really. Would I like to see this person again? So on the back of that guest card is just who you're meeting, just first names.
So this is okay.
And then you can decide. Yes, we actually say, was there a spark, and then you can just say yes.
Okay.
I love this. And you have the table set up with flowers, and like you said, a vocalist tonight. I mean, this is kind of cool because you're like, are you going on a date tonight? No, I'm going on 40.
I'm going on 40 dates.
That's exactly right. And we want, a secondary thing is that we want to provide a beautiful event tonight in beautiful spaces. So it's a win-win. Whether you meet a match or not, you're going to have a beautiful night out, and that is really another component.
Do you feel people are hesitant to meet in person as opposed to all the online dating apps right now?
I do, and I think people don't even know this is an option, but also there is the hesitation because, when you're just creating the profile, it's, much more private.
Sure.
So this does require you to put yourself out there a little bit, but we think it's a beautiful way to share what's important to you and let you interact with
It
other
really
people.
is. How do we find out more information about the events and when they're taking place?
So currently we're using Eventbrite to help us with our reservations, and Spark Date Lex is our website, so you can do that. We're having our events at Bell's Cocktail House, beautiful space, and we would love to see you there.
We love that you are here. This is such a fantastic idea.
Fascinating.
We're going to have to go to one and maybe film
love to
that
have
one
you.
night. Thank you so much,
Thank
Miriam.
you.
Definitely
Thank
check it out if you want to try something new. Bell's is a good stage to set that stage for love as well.
Yeah,
You have a beautiful vocalist tonight. It's going to be a good night. Somebody's going to find love.
It's a good
All
date.
right. Have a good one. Stay with us. We'll be right back.